everyone. I hope you are doing well, and welcome to my very first English ASMR video. So, why am I doing an English ASMR video now? After having purely Spanish content for the past 8 years. Well, this was actually an idea that came from some of you during a live stream a couple of weeks ago, in which some of you asked me if I could speak in English, so I did, and some of you requested that I should do an English ASMR video, just for variety, I guess. So here it is. I really didn't prepare anything, so I'll just be rambling as usual. But yes, I really need to step up and continue recording and bringing new and more variety to my videos. So yeah, this is one of the new videos that I could make. If you like it, I could make different types of videos speaking in English, or even remake, but I really don't like the idea of remaking things. I would prefer to create completely new and fresh content instead of remaking something that I've already done. So yeah, this is the very first English ASMR video that I make, and I'm feeling a little bit self-conscious because I don't know if you have seen some TikToks in which they say the first scene is like how I think I sound when I speak English, and then it cuts to how I actually sound, and they put like Gloria from Modern Family with her heavy accent. So that happens to me as well. Sometimes I think that I have a very cool kind of native-ish accent, but then I listen to myself and I can hear a lot of things that I thought I said correctly. So yeah, I just hope I'm not just doing that, or if I do, it doesn't matter really. I think that sometimes we try, or I say we because it's my case, we try to reach like a perfect level of English, but I don't think that exists. And something that I also mentioned on that live stream was somebody asked if I thought that the American accent, I don't remember really the question, but it was something to do with the accent from the US, and I mentioned that there isn't really an accent for the United States. I mean, like, there's like American and British accents, but even inside of the US there are hundreds of accents. It depends on the region, and mostly on the ethnicity there. As you know, the United States was founded upon immigration, so there's a lot of people with a lot of accents. So yeah, that's something that I also learned while traveling to the US. For some reason, well, as you know, I'm from Chihuahua, which is northern Mexico, and we used to go quite often to El Paso to do some shopping, and the accent of the people in El Paso, I always found it quite a little bit hard to make out sometimes. I don't know why, but I believe it's mainly because they speak very, very fast. But still, going to other cities in the US, I began noticing the difference in the way they speak and the accents. One quick story anecdote is that once we were flying back from a trip, Renee and I, and the flight, I believe, was cancelled, or was still, no, it was cancelled. So we had to stay one day in Houston, Texas. So since we didn't plan for that, we looked for a cheap hotel nearby, near the airport, and we found one. I don't remember the name of the hotel, but it was very cheap. And the person who was at the reception in the lobby, he was Indian and had a very, very strong Indian accent. So for context, additional context, I used to work with one person from India, and it was a little bit hard to understand his accent because some words were difficult to make out. But I don't know if it had something to do with that, but I could understand what this person was saying, but Rene was unable to understand, like, at all. And he also works a lot with people who just speak English, but he was like surprised because he couldn't make out any words. And I'm not going to imitate the accent out of respect, because I don't want to sound like I'm making fun. But he told us, like, how many nights are you gonna stay, the basics, you know. But Renee just turned around and looked at me, and he asked, "What did he say?" It was kind of funny. I mean, I wouldn't laugh, and we didn't laugh in front of him. But yeah, it was interesting to see that he was completely unable to understand this person. But yeah, just a quick anecdote about that. So yeah, basically, this is, like I mentioned, the very first English video, and as you can see as well, I'm recording during daytime. On sad news, I guess, I now have an upstairs neighbor after quite a few years of being like of the apartment above being empty, and they have been quite noisy for the past couple of weeks. And right now, they have a dog, and at this moment you may be able to hear some clicking sounds or something. And it's the paws of the dog walking around the house, which I also believe it's a large dog, because sometimes we can hear it jump around and run around, and it's quite noisy. Also mentioned that when we moved to this building, the seller was very excited, like, you know, they're trying to make a sale, and he made a lot of emphasis on the quietness of the apartments. So, as I have mentioned in the past, we live in front of a very busy avenue, and the windows in the front part of the building, which are the ones who face to the street, are like those double pane windows with seal, hermetic seal, and they isolate the sound very well. And he also mentioned that overall the apartment was very well isolated from noise. But then we found out, as time passed by, that this wasn't true, and the acoustics of the entire building are awful. So a neighbor in the first floor might be using a drill, and the entire building up to this building has 7 floors. The entire building up to the 7th floor will hear it, and obviously the closer the loudest. But my point being that the noise travels very easily along the entire building, and I'm learning to deal with it and to be a little bit more tolerant when I'm recording, because in the previous building where I lived about 5 years ago, there was also noise, but it wasn't as loud. But I still wanted all my videos to be like perfectly silent and with no noise at all and all that, like kind of a recording booth, but it wasn't possible. And I believe that doing this, expecting everything to be completely silent, was part of why I stopped, or I slowed down quite a lot recording videos, because I tend to have like a perfectionist side on the things that I make, and I don't want to say that I do perfect things, but I try to make them like as better as I can. And I did find a lot of frustration doing that, expecting everything and everyone to be quiet. And in this apartment it's the same, since there's a lot of noise and there are more neighbors than in the other building. I began frustrating because I wanted everything to be silent, but I don't think that's healthy, especially because I really want to continue doing videos, and currently my schedules are a little bit complex. As you can see, I'm recording during daytime. I might edit the colors and all that, just so that it's not too bright, but it's daytime, you can see clearly. Because ideally I would record at nighttime, but at night I'm extremely tired. I used to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, but I can no longer do that always. It depends. Here you can now hear a dog barking. I'm gonna leave this on the video, whatever. So yeah, my schedule is a little bit tricky. As some of you know, I'm a dad now, and I have business. Lately things have been a little bit chaotic, to say the least, around the house. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of a hard time to find like the perfect time to record. But this time, like, it's about 11 a.m. It seems like a good time to do this. Right now I'm alone in the house, so it gives me a chance. It gives me a chance to do this, even if I don't go and edit right now. As I mentioned, I think I mentioned in another video, but this might have been on a members only video. Recording the footage is like 90% of the work. Like it's the hardest part, it's the most tedious part. I mean, editing has its own things, but yeah, recording is like the hardest part, at least for me. So yeah, I hope I'm making sense about what I'm saying. Lately my mind has been all over the place. things have been a little bit stressful in my life lately, and I really don't want that to affect the channel. It's, as I mentioned also, it's kind of therapeutic for me doing this and sharing with all of you, and then I get the feedback from you with all the nice comments and all the kind words that you say to me, and I really do appreciate them. I really want to express that every single time. I appreciate everything that you say, and you leave your when you leave your comments. So thank you for that. I just hope that I'm also giving back or demonstrating some of this appreciation. I don't know if that makes sense, by keeping with the videos and all that. So yeah, thank you. So yeah, I have to end the video right now. I have some things I have to do, but I really wanted to take this chance to record and upload this very first English ASMR video. And if you see me kind of moving around, it's because I'm a bit nervous, not only for this but for quite some other things that are happening in my life. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, for your attention. I hope this video helped you relax, and I hope that you like this video. Please let me know if this is something that you would like to see again. I can do different types of ASMR videos, as you know. I do gameplays, I do some rambling stuff like this. I do my story times and all of that stuff that you already know. So yeah, please let me know if you like this video. Thank you so much for your likes, for your subscriptions, for your support. I really appreciate it. So I didn't really practice my outro in English, so let me think. For the time being, it sounds weird. That's all on my end for the time being. I hope you're all very well, and I'll see you next time. How did that sound? Okay, so thank you for everything, and I'll see you around. Before I forget, I will do another take with the greetings to the members, because on the past video I completely forgot, and I apologize for that. So we'll end with the greetings for the channel members. So I'm gonna do that in Spanish because I don't want to butcher all your usernames. So I'll see you there. Bye bye. Un saludo muy especial para estas personas que se han unido y son miembros del canal: Max Espíritu, Tavis Trejo, Pancho Man, Carlos Raúl Topapi, Agustín Toledo, José Luis Tolosa, Juan Pablo Álvarez Durán, Juan Bautista Chávez, Galani G. Uriel Solorio, Fernando Leija Huerta, Armando R., Lex Master, Roberto Peña Fonseca y Fernanda Briviesca. Muchas gracias por su apoyo. Si te interesa unirte a este canal, puedes checar los beneficios que hay al unirse. Muchas gracias. Y ahora sí hago el intro, el outro en español. Por el momento sería todo por mi parte. Yo espero que estés